Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Life Lessons with KC, where we learn mental attitudes that bring peace, happiness and prosperity. We've been discussing the book How to Enjoy Peace, and this is the final part. In the first part, we talked about how you can discover what makes you lose your peace. In the second part, we talked about making that decision to actually pursue peace at all costs. And the third part, we started talking about things that make us lose our peace. So we're going to continue from there. And today we want to talk about living in the present. The other day, my daughter walked up to me and she said, "I want to be a mommy." And I'm like, why? Why would you want to be a mommy? She said, so she can be cooking, blending, the reasons she gave me were unnecessary to me, but it meant a lot to her. And it reminded me of how I dreamt of becoming a wife and then having children. It is always difficult to live in the present moment because it looks as if there's something better in the future. It is good to dream dreams, actually. It's good to have desires, things you desire for your future. But we shouldn't do that to the detriment of our now. We so much, dwell on our hopes for tomorrow that we forget to enjoy the moment we are in. When I realized this actually was when I went to do my compulsory national youth service. I realized that, okay, I am here now. This is something I've actually dreamt about, for so long. It's something you will do when you graduate from the university. And for every undergraduate, it's a dream. It's a dream you have that, let me graduate so that I'll go and serve. Okay, so I was now asking myself that, okay, now I'm here. This is it. This is the dream. There's something that happens in life. It is a normal thing, actually, that we dream dreams. But once you get whatever it is that you're dreaming about, you move on to another thing. Like you can't stop. You can't stop and say, okay, I've arrived. When you're walking towards a goal, your life is exciting. But once you achieve that thing, there is this tendency that you don't wait to enjoy what you've gotten. You move on to another thing. Like you set another goal. You start dreaming of another thing. We have to learn to strike a balance. We have to learn to strike a balance so that we don't just go on dreaming about the future when we have not spent some time enjoying what we've gotten in the moment. As a child, you dream about becoming a parent. And when you become a parent, eventually, you start dreaming other things. It is an error that you don't spend some time, enjoying, savoring how it feels to be a parent, spending time with your children as a parent, because you are now pursuing something else. If you really want to enjoy peace, you need to learn how to enjoy what you've got in the moment. For instance, when you're hungry, you're thinking about what to eat, like you're anticipating. It's as if the food is going to be the best thing in the world. But once you get the food, once it's in front of you, as you're eating it, your mind will move on to another thing. We need to learn to, when that food comes, be there in that food. Enjoy it. Let your mind be on the food, like, wow, I've gotten the food. As you're eating it, feel the taste. This is just an instance, but we need to learn how to do that in every area of our life. You're dreaming to be married. Okay, now you're married. Don't just move on and start dreaming of getting a job or starting a business. Spend some time to, wow, enjoy. Think about the fact that you've gotten what you were actually dreaming about. In life, actually, we need to keep hoping for something else. That's what keeps us going. The hope for something, the hope of attaining greater heights is actually what keeps us going. But we need to learn to balance it, as you're dreaming and hoping for a better future. Also enjoy the now. There are a lot of things that make us lose our peace, but I keep focusing on the things that we can control, because there are things we can't control. Things like ill health can make someone to lose their peace. Things like a hot weather can make you lose your peace, but you don't have control over the weather. I've talked about living in the moment, living one day at a time. The day's trouble is enough for the day. It's easier to handle things one day at a time. Like, don't try to carry the troubles of tomorrow and next month in one day. It's going to wear you down, it's going to weary you, and you can't carry it. The worst part is that at the end of the day, you're going to see that you wasted your time and energy, because you're going to end up worrying about either what's not going to happen eventually, or something that, like, if I'm worrying about tomorrow's event, by the time I get to tomorrow, I'll see that, okay, something is going to come up tomorrow that is going to take care of these things that I was worried about yesterday. So if only I'd waited for tomorrow, I wouldn't have had to worry. So we need to learn to live one day at a time if we really want to enjoy peace. Another thing is to stop worrying. Worry does not really solve any problem at all. Worrying does, but I can't just tell you to stop worrying. How are you going to stop worrying? You can stop worrying by trusting God. Believe God, then trust Him. Cast your cares upon Him. You can't help yourself out in every situation. You can only take care of your worries when you trust God, because whatever it is that you're worried about is something you can't do anything about. If it's something you can do something about, you would have done something. So I believe that you're worried about it because you can't do anything about it. So since you can't do anything about it, why not hand it over to someone who can take care of it? And that is God. Trust that God will take care of things. You've done your own part, and this thing you're worried about is something you can't do anything about. So trusting that God will take care of things is the best way to let go of your worries. If you want to enjoy peace, you have to stop trying to figure everything out. Let some things be. Let it be. Let it go. Like, just let it go. Another way to enjoy peace is to let others be. Like, it's not that you won't relate with people, but don't concern yourself so much in the affairs of people that it starts affecting your own peace. Sometimes I share life lessons, but I believe that there are mistakes that people have to make, before whatever lesson I'm sharing with them can have a meaning in their lives. So it's not every time that you jump out, like, to give advice, to stop something. If people don't involve you in what they are doing, you don't have to get involved. And have something doing. Like, it's easier to mind your business when you have something doing. It's easier to let others be when you have something doing. I don't really know how people manage without a job. No job, no business, nothing. No, they're not going to school, they're not learning a skill, they don't have a job, they don't have a business. I don't know how people manage, because what then are you doing with your life? You have a lot of time, 24 hours, and this is a very long time if you're not doing anything. So how do you spend your day? You can't have peace if you have nothing doing. Have something doing. Then know your lane. Don't try to do everything. These are things that will actually give you peace. When you know your lane and you focus on it, you're going to enjoy peace. Don't try to be here and there. Don't try to be good in everything. Don't try to be good in everything. Just choose a path and focus on your path. Be a master in it. It's going to give you peace. Don't bite more than you can chew. Learn to rest when you're tired. Learn to say no when things are becoming too much. You must not go to every activity. that they invite you to. For instance, I just choose the programs I can attend, I can be dedicated to, and I focus on those ones, because I can't be everywhere. I can't do everything. And no matter how they try to drag me, I'll say no. Because once you start coming, they'll still complain that you're not steady. Once they invite you and you come once and you don't come again, they'll start complaining. Don't bite more than you can chew. If they call you for a position you know you can't handle, say no. It is not a crime. It is for the sake of your own peace of mind. And then finally, stop all the comparison. In life we compare a lot. That is why we lose our peace. If you want to enjoy peace, you have to stop comparison of all kinds. Like, don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't start checking who you're better than or who is better than you. It does not matter. You only have to be better than your former self. So what you'll be checking is, am I better than I used to be? Not, am I better than my neighbor? All those things make you lose your peace. They give you a kind of unrest that you can't imagine. Because in the process of comparing that, people now try to keep up. Life in itself is not a competition. You're here to live your own life and go. We are all going to go. So what's the essence of comparing and, dragging unnecessary things, checking who is better and who is not better? Don't let people drag you into that, because it is people that normally push others into all those comparisons. Please, we may be doing the same thing, but we are not on the same journey. Everybody's on their own life path. Just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself and appreciate where you are. Finally, if you want to enjoy peace, you just have to let go of a lot of things and live to be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for the moments. Be grateful for the present moment. Be grateful for the things you don't have to pray about anymore. Be grateful for the things you don't lack. Be grateful for how far you've gone. We are done with this book, How to Enjoy Peace. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. Next week we're going to be talking about something exciting, so you can't afford to miss. More interesting episodes are coming, so please subscribe so that you don't miss out.